Everyone, so today we are going to learn input groups in Bootstrap. So if I go to my getbootstrap.com website, so there are these examples. So you see this grayed out box with a icon or something, those are input groups. So this thing with the @ sign before the text field, those are input groups, and you see them a lot on websites. So let's just make one. So what you have to do is you have to make a div with the class of input group, and then you have to create a span with the class of input group text, and then your simple input. So let's try it out. I'll create a container. Inside that, I'll create a div with the class of input dash group, and I'll create a span. You can do anything here, not necessarily a span, but it's better to do a span because that's what the docs show. I'll do input group text, and I'll just put a $sign. Say we are doing a price, and then I'll create an input type is equal to number, and remember the class we had done form control, so I'll just add it here, and I'll make the placeholder as your price. Let's see it out. So see, we have our first input group on a number field. So you can do it at the end also, like how they've done here. Let's try that out. So once again, I'll create another input group div with the class of input group. Then I'll create a span with the class of no, first we have to create our input. So input type equals text, and I'll do email, and I'll make the placeholder your email, and I'll give it the class of form control. Then I'll create a span with the class of input group text, and I'll put an @ sign and just write gmail.com. So like you have to fill out what comes before. For example, aryanthayal@gmail.com. So you fill in aryanthayal. And now we have it at the end. I'll just add margin bottom 4 to both of the divs, outer divs. And we have this at the end. Then you also have two input groups. So at the start and at the end, both. So I'll do a div with the class of input group and margin bottom 4. I'll create a span with the class of input group text with a $sign. Then I'll create an input with the type of number. Again, I'll do placeholder total price and the class of form control. Then I'll create a span with the class of input group text again, and I'll put 0.00 at the end, like how they've done on the docs. Now let's see if I reload my page, and we have two input groups, one at the start, one at the end. Now you can do this with the text area, it's the same. Then there is this one, so username and server, and you put an input group in the middle. Where is it? See, here it is. So how to do this? You create a div with the class of input group. I'll also give it the margin bottom of 4. Then you create an input with the type of text. I'll make the placeholder username, and class is equal to form control. Now I'll create my input group. So span class of input group text, and we'll just make it @ then if I just see this once, so we have an input group at the end. So now I'll add one more input after this. So input type is equal to, I'll make this one password. Placeholder is your password, and class is form control. Let's see. One minute. And here we have our input group with the input group in the middle. We have two fields. So the first one is a text field, and the second one is a password field. Now you can also make them smaller or larger. So what you have to do is you just have to give the outer div. So I'll just do a div class equals input group margin bottom 4 and input group LG. Inside that I'll create an input type of, I'll do address. No, there's no address type. I'll just do text. Placeholder is your address, and class will be form control. Then I'll create my span with the class of input group text, and I'll just put comma Hisar at the end. Now let's see, and we have a larger input group. So the same way you can create a smaller input group, and you can also add checkboxes and radio buttons. So let's try that. Let's just duplicate this one. I'll remove the large part. And make the placeholder du like fruits. And then this span, I'll create another input with the type of radio. just like that, and we have a radio button in the end, or you can do a checkbox. So here we have a checkbox. Now you can also add buttons. So for that, what you do is, same way, I'll duplicate it. I'll do download. So inside this span, you just add a button. Give it whatever classes you want. So btn, btn dash out, line dash warning, write any text, and let's just check it out. And we have our button here. But at the docs, it's a little different. You don't need the grayed out box. So what you will do is, you'll give the input group text class to the button itself. You don't need the span there. So I'll just remove the span. So the input group text class will go to the button. And now we have that kind of effect. So those were input groups. They are used a lot. You can also add drop downs. We haven't learned drop downs yet, so we'll do that later. And you can basically add whatever element inside it. You can add anything here just by changing the HTML. So that is all for today. Hope you understood it. Bye.